Day STEM student. Okay, kala nyo parang yung dati na yung teacher sa alam na may alam. Pero hindi, hindi na kailangan mag-intro. So today, I will just make a video about Lenz's law. Actually, yung Faraday's law, okay na yung discussion do sa computation eh. Yung sa Lenz's law, meron din, kaso lang, I prefer to make a video sa word na magkakaintindihan or may intindihan natin. Okay? So, start na po ako. So, Lenz law in electromagnetism states that an induced electric current flows in a direction that the current opposes the change that induce it. So, sabi nga, dati tinuturo ko yan sa mga player ko, yan yung law ng tigas ng ulo. Ayan. So, ayaw mong sumunod. Ayaw mo sa pagbabago. So, ganyan na i-induce ang electric current. So, ano ba yung pagbabago rito? So, let us look at the diagram on the right. We have here a magnet and then we have a loop of wire. So yung magnet, it is being pushed towards the loop of wire and then nabanggit ko kanina sa Lenz's law, it opposes the electric current. Tandaan nyo, wala namang battery yan eh. But the electric current that will be produced in the loop of wire or induced in the loop of wire will make a magnetic field that will try to oppose the increase in magnetic field. Remember, the bar magnet is moving towards the loop. So, these electrons will move as it opposes the change in magnetic field. So, ang gusto nyo mangyari, no, kukontrahin nyo yung paglapit. And the same thing happens when the magnetic field is decreased or when we move the bar magnet away from the loop. So to further understand that, let us see this diagram. So if you will notice, no, remember, it is not connected in a battery. It is connected in an ammeter or possible, pwede rin gamitin yung galvanometer kung hindi ka naman interesado sa amount of current sa direction lang. Pero if you want to determine the direction and the amount of electric current, ammeter is preferred to use. So, tignan nyo mabuti, no? As the magnet, sa left side muna tayo, as the magnet is being thrust into the solenoid, no? So, marami na kasing loops yan, and then the length is greater than diameter, so ang tawag na dyan ay solenoid. So, the bar magnet is thrust inside the solenoid, it increases the magnetic field. And in effect, this solenoid will make, no, a north pole to oppose the increase in magnetic field. Kukontrahin niya yun, pupush niya yun. So, paano niya gagawin yun? It will make the electrons inside the solenoid move in the direction to which it could create a north pole that is directed to the left. So, the same thing happens, tingin tayo sa right side, right diagram, no? The same thing happens when the bar magnet is being pulled away. So, there is a decrease in magnetic field and the solenoid, the electrons inside the solenoid would like to oppose this decrease in magnetic field. So, ang gagawin niya, gagawa naman siya ng south para hilain yung north. Di ba? No? Ang weird, no? Ayaw niyang lapitan ng north, pero nung lumapit na, ayaw naman niyang iwan. No? Parang may alam tayong ganyan, ah. So, yan yung Lenz's law. So, merong pagpigil sa possible na mangyari. Kung paano at bakit niya ginagawa yan, no, paano nalalaman ng electrons kung saan pupunta, is still a mystery. So, yan lang, i-description lang nung direction ng electric current. So, kung paano ginagawa yan simultaneously ng electrons inside the loops, so yan, pwede nyo pang aralin yan in the future. So, tingnan natin. Let us use right hand rule para mas maintindihan natin. So, we have here, now first, ito yung mas preferred kong gamitin, yung naka-hold tayo sa solenoid. So, hindi wire yung hahawakan mo, no? Solenoid yan, paikot. Okay? So, pag hinawakan natin yung solenoid gamit ang right hand, ito yung mga sign convention. So, una, yung thumb is your magnetic field. The tip of your thumb is North Pole. So, yung base ng hand mo is south, yung tip of thumb is north. So, ang North Pole natin papuntang kaliwa. And then, kung papansin nyo, the electric current, no, directed upward, pero pwede mong tignan sa side yan, ang ikot niyan is clockwise. Kung dito ka banda sa may right side titingin, no, sisilipin mo sa likod yan, papunta yan doon. So, nakakalito yan kasi it is moving around, pero syempre nakikita natin dito sa perspective natin, it is moving up. Okay? So, balikan natin yung diagram kanina. Yan, sa left side muna tayo. So, the bar magnet, yung north being thrusted, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, yung ating coil, gumawa rin siya ng sarili niya north to oppose the increase in magnetic field. Now, hawakan natin yung solenoid at kung mapapansin nyo, yung ating thumb nakaturo towards left. At tingnan nyo yung mga arrow. It is directed upward following yung curvature ng mga fingers natin. Okay? Now, tingin tayo sa may right side naman. Sa may right side, when we pull the magnet away from the solenoid, pipigilan nyo ng solenoid. So, gagawa naman siya ng south. So, ang north natin napunta roon sa right side. So, tingnan nyo, nagpalit, no? So, yung north napunta sa right side. Kung titingnan natin mabuti yung mga fingers natin ngayon, it is directed downward. So, there is a change in direction sa kanyang electric current as we change the movement of the magnetic field. Okay? So, ganyan lang dati. Ito yung naging problema kaya pinrefer kong i-discuss siya using this video. Ito po yun. Gumagamit siya ng mga dots and X's. First time ko siya ma-encounter nung pandemic sa activity sheet. So, meron naman siya sa YouTube kasi lang medyo complicated din eh. May mga hindi nababanggit, may mga putol. So, sana yung didiscuss ko ngayon ay makatulong naman sa inyo. Okay? So, ang X, alam niyo na to, it is into the page. No? Sa STEM-D, baka bago lang sa inyo to. Pero, pag ang symbol ay X, ibig sabihin yan, arrow, ano yan, tail, ang nakikita mo, X ang makikita mo. Pag dot, that is the tip of the arrowhead, it is moving out of the page. So, familiar naman tayo sa up, down, left, right, di ba? So, yung north, east, west, south, yung mga ganun, familiar tayo dyan. Pero, yung dot at saka X, yung medyo bago ngayon. So, next. Yan. So, here we have a before and after do sa activity sheet nyo. So, yung before and after. First, ang nakikita natin dito ay mga moving into the page na magnetic field. Ibig sabihin yung north pole niya, papasok doon sa loob. Yung nakikita nyo ngayon ay south. So, wala pa. Dito pa lang titingnan. So, first, meron tayo ditong square. So, ang ginamit ay square for uniformity ng area, pero pwede rin naman circular. So, ginawa ko lang dito square. Tapos, ito yung weird, yo. Yan, akala ko minove siya sa right. Hindi pala. Hindi pala ganun ang pag-process niyan. Ang ibig sabihin pala niyan kapag ganyan is meron siyang decrease in magnetic field. Kung titingnan niyo yung dami ng mga X sa after, konti na lang siya. So, ibig sabihin decrease. Now, kapag may decrease, napapansin niyo sabi, decrease, gusto mo siyang i-increase. So, paano mo siya mai-increase? Kailangan mo suportahan yung mga nakikita mong symbol dyan ng magnetic field. So, kung yan ay papaloob or into the page, kailangan mong into the page din ang magnetic field na gagawin ng loop, yung wire natin na square na yan. So, kung into the page siya, yung right hand nyo, yung thumb nyo, ipapasok nyo sa loob ng papel. Medyo mahirap, no? Pero kung papansin nyo, yung inyong finger is directed clockwise. O, tingnan nyo mabuti ha. Clockwise. Into the page kasi kailangan mong suportahan yung nawala. No? Kailangan mo magbigay ng into the page na magnetic field. So, ang movement ng fingers, yung remaining fingers mo, except your thumb, is moving to the clockwise manner. Next example, ito baliktad naman. So, galing sa konti, naging marami. So, dati akala ko from left going to right, di pala ganyan yan. So, galing sa konti, papuntang marami. So, ngayon, gusto mong pigilan yung pagdami. So, paano mo pipigilan yung pagdami? Gagawa ka ng kabaligtarang magnetic field. So, kanina decrease, kailangan mo i-support, gagayahin mo. Ngayon, kapag increase in magnetic field, you have to oppose that. So, you will make an opposite direction magnetic field which is pointed outward. So, imagine mo, dapat puro tuldok yan outward. So, ang finger mo ngayon, yung remaining finger except your thumb, is now directed counterclockwise. Kasi papalabas na yung thumb mo ngayon, tignan mo yung finger mo, counterclockwise na siya. And then, other example. Okay, ganyan. Pero tingnan nyo, lumiit. Yan, yung area. Ibig sabihin, bumaba yung magnetic field. So, if there is a decrease in magnetic field, sabi sa unang example kanina, kailangan mo siyang isupport. So, gagayahin mo yung nakikita mong direction of magnetic field, which is into the page. At again, kapag into the page, the direction of the electric current is clockwise. So, sana wag malilito, no? So, titingnan mo lang yung direction ng remaining fingers mo. Basta ang mahalaga dyan, alam mo kung saan lalagay yung thumb mo. So, kapag increase, di ba? Baka baligtaran na nakikita mo, kapag decrease, susupport mo yung nakikita mo. Okay, ito yung pinakanalito ko, to tell you honestly, nung una ko nakita 'to activity na 'to. So sa before, into the page, and then after, out of the page. Ano yung nakakalito? Ayan, same naman sila ng, ah, amount ng magnetic field, 'no, yung magnitude of the magnetic field. However, the change is change in direction. So paano mo ipa-process 'yan? So walang increase, walang decrease. Yes, pero ang ginawa ko na lang pattern, tingin sa before. Kasi 'di ba gusto mong i-maintain yung dati, kung ano yung dati, 'di ba? So tingin do sa before. So sa before, nakalagay into the page, dahil into the page 'yan, ang fingers mo ay clockwise direction. So yun lang yung clue ko diyan. So wag mong tingnan yung sa after, tingnan mo yung sa before. Kasi yung after, yan yung pinipigilan niya eh. Ayaw niya diyan eh. So gagawa siya ng kabaligtaran yan. So sana nakuha natin yung pattern, no? So kapag increase, opposite direction. Pag decrease, same direction. Kapag ganito, change in direction, tingnan mo yung nasa before. So I hope nakatulong yung video na ito. Bye-bye po.